Today I'm going to talk about an interview that didn't make it into this book. I said I'd do that, and this is one of them. And it goes back to the 60s when I was a student at Wolverhampton College of Art, and I got a job, a summer job, I always had a summer job, in a concrete factory, Hoveringham Concrete it was called, in Newark, making concrete beams. Quite a dangerous job really. You had to shovel concrete in quickly before it set, while the whole beam shook like this and the cords were stretched and the steel cords were quite dangerous. And anyway, so I did this for a week or two with my brother, and we were doing that. And anyway, one day the manager was wandering around, a thin-faced chap in a suit, wandering around, and he came up to me and he said, "You're Mr. Grills, aren't you?" I said, "Yes." He says, "Can you come in the office? I want to interview you." I thought, oh God, I'm going to get fired. And so I went in the office and he said, "Would you like a change of job?" I said, well, I'm happy here. I thought I was going to get sacked, you see. And he said, no, he said, what I want you to do is change your job in here, because we've got a job as a switchboard operator come receptionist, because the girl who does it, she's left rather suddenly, and we haven't got anybody, and we want somebody to do it. You're quite a nicely spoken young man, aren't you? I said, well, I don't know about that. She said, well, I think you are. You could do this job. I said, well, I don't know how to operate a switchboard. He said, well, there's a book here about it. Yeah, you can take that away. It's Friday, so if you read it over the weekend, you can figure it out and then come in and have a go on Monday. So I said, all right then. And he says, it's the same money. Don't worry about that. I thought, well, fine, better job than what I was doing there. Anyway, I did a little drawing of him. Here he is. There he is. There's the manager. And that was me on the switchboard when I started. There I am in the old-fashioned switchboard. You pull the things in and out. And using those switchboards, those old-fashioned switchboards, you get something called a cross line. This is quite common, even on any phone. You've got other voices coming in and things like that. And I soon found that I could listen into conversations on this thing. Well, there's one conversation that I was very interested in, and it was this manager, who was about 45 or 50, something like that, trying to chat up to sleep with one of the girls in the office. Maybe he'd done it with a switchboard operator, I don't know. But he used to ring her up every day and sort of badger her to try and go out with him and do all sorts of things. So what I would do, I would intercede in my way. And it was also the time of this record. You know I love you. Come on, you know I love you. Come on, we can do that. We can do it together. So, because I could intervene, I would do muffled things. I'd say, "Ooh la la," or "Le scandale," or sometimes I might say, "Mon Dieu," or I'd say, what else did I say? Baise-moi, you know what that means, that's a bit rude. And but sometimes I just sort of say, "Voilà, good, oh no, please, Anyway, he obviously he didn't twig it was me, and he came into the switchboard one day. Luckily, I wasn't doing it. He slammed the phone down and walked in and said, "There's somebody, some cross line here. Have you been hearing anything? I said, it's funny you should say that. The last day or two, I've had I've had people in German speaking and French. I think I've heard some French. I said, well, it's sort of thing, and it's somebody sounded they're speaking from Africa or something. I don't know. It's very strange. Maybe it's Turkish or something. He said, I'm going to get the General Post Office in to look at this. I said, oh, I think that's a good idea. He never did anyway. He kept up his chat-up lines and trying to sleep with this woman, and I kept up my sort of interventions. Eventually, he got sick of it and he stopped ringing her up. I don't know if he met her in other ways, but it was my little contribution. And I'll tell you one thing, it was the happiest and most amusing and funniest job I ever had. I loved it.